Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I am back to work on the Grungy Wallpaper Journal. I don't know why I'm struggling so much with that name, but anyways, I have done a few things that I will show you. Excuse this ugly old mat, but we need it for something that we're going to do today. I need to be able to cut, so I just have my old, I don't know, this thing's got to be at least 20 years old, and it looks like the kids have used it. There's hot pink, and I tried scrubbing it and using a magic eraser, but it is this no matter what I do. So anyhow, it's clean, it's just stained. So I have finished the cover. It is complete now. So I added some lace along the spine and grungied it all up to make it all grungy fabulousness. And if grungy is not your thing, obviously you may use some of these ideas, but maybe the whole thing's not for you, and that's totally fine. We all got our thing, right? And so I also glued this down. This is, my daughter gave me a really cool decorative bag that she put my Christmas presents in, and this was on that bag, and so I did color it with some Tim Holtz Distress crayons. So I colored a little, rubbed it really good, and that just kind of moves that color around a little bit. These are a very like soft crayon consistency, and so you can't like do any fine details, so it's really put a little color on and shove it around basically. You can also get it wet and it moves better, but I just wanted just a very little bit, and like on their cheeks and stuff I didn't want to get it wet because it's a brown paper bag, and I just didn't think that would be a great idea to get that wet. So anyhow, this is a lace collar that ladies used to wear. It had been already cut in half. I did not cut it in half, but you'd have one side on one side of your neck and the other side on the other side of your neck. Obviously it's a collar that they would wear with dresses to kind of mix up their clothing without having to have a whole new dress, if you see what I'm saying. They could have different collars and wear it with, say, the same navy blue dress. That way they, you know, it mixed it up, made it look like you're wearing different dresses all the time when in fact you're not. So ingenious idea, and I love it. But anyway, that's what's holding this closed. It's just got a kind of a pearly old antique button that I did stitch on. It's stitched all the way through the cover, so it definitely should not be going anywhere. And then this just goes around. It was already torn in part of this lace collar, like this was already coming apart. So that's kind of what I decided to attach it by, is just there's just a little more room in that particular loop than any of the other loops where it's still all attached. So I, you know, used that to hold that closed, and I added just some laces and whatever, you know, for a cluster there that is stitched together. And so then that opens up. You saw me do the inside stitching the signature in. I've stuck some ephemera here and there of things that I want to do with this journal. One of the first things I think we'll do is work on this envelope. I'm going to make a pocket on here that will just kind of enclose this top part. You'll still be able to write down here. And then this tag will slip in and out, so that's what's going to go in the window. I was trying to find a good place to put this where you would look through to the next page and see something cool. Not that that doesn't look bad. It just would be more fun to have, you know, a person in there. And then this is a journaling card I made, but I'm going to turn it into a little, like a little pocket, and just hook it on the bottom of that. What else was I going to say? I don't know, but anyway, let's go ahead and get this started. Oh, I know what it was. Let's fold this envelope really quick. And I realized, like a big dope, that this envelope does not fit in this ledger style journal. I'm telling you, some days my brain, I don't know. But anyway, you can shrink it down. So if you put it into something like print to size app or something like that, where you can change the size. I don't know if your printer has like print 2 per page or whatever. You can print 2 per page and make smaller envelopes. I don't know how I didn't. I was just like, ooh, let's make a big envelope. That would look cool. Not thinking. Anyways, of course you can use it in other journals too. So what it is, it's just a standard envelope. And so this big flap with the roses all over it would be your closing, you know, the envelope, the flap that closes on the top. So that's why it has the rounded edge. This flat edge is the part that that flap goes over. And then these are the side flaps that go in. So essentially what you're going to do, take your rosy part, and you can score this if it makes you feel better. You would just score basically as close as you can to the bottom of each of those little, you know, dips straight across. And then, you know, you can fold it. I'm just going to fold it. I feel like it's not, you can, you know, move it around or pull it down a little bit more if you need to, whatever you need to do. Anyways, you can do that part as you like as far as if you want to score it or not score it. Okay, so that one goes down from, that's the top of the envelope. This is the bottom part of the envelope. I'm sorry I didn't give any instructions on this. I don't know what I was thinking. I was just like, oh yeah, it's an envelope. But when you look at it all opened, it is like, what the heck is that? If you don't know, see, I know because I made it. But not everybody else does. So that was just bad on me. So I apologize. And I also apologize for making it the wrong size. So yeah, if I do put it in this journal, I will be shrinking it down. Okay, and those are the two side flaps. So then I have all my folds. I have just made like a big rectangle. That's where your card or whatever would go if you're using it as an actual envelope. Flip it back over, and then these sides go up. You can decide if you want these on the outside or on the inside. I think I would put them on the inside. That looks, you know, more like an envelope to me. And then this is the top flap that goes down. So that's all it is. So when you look at it this way, it's just a rectangle once it's all folded. If that helps, I hope. This flap part, you know, that's the opening of the envelope, and then the two sides that come in. So that is how you fold the envelope, and I apologize for not giving any directions. That was, I don't know what I was thinking. But anyways, sometimes you just think everybody knows what you're thinking. And how could you possibly know what I'm thinking? Oy, oy, oy. Some days. It's crazy time, so I don't know how anyone could ever possibly know what I'm thinking. I think what I'll do is use manila file folder. This one's a little bit thick, but I think I'm going to use it just to make the pocket part, and then I probably will cover it with some other kind of paper. And what we need to make sure we do is make it big enough so that fits. So I'm going to use a pencil and kind of mark where my edges are and how high and low and all those good things I want this. I am going to let it stick out the top just a little because I think that'll just make it easier to get it and move it and whatever. But we don't want to cut off his head either. Okay, so I think right there is about good. So the trick is that this is very tight in here. This is the bottom side. I just, you know, I'm just trying to get an idea so that I hopefully can make this happen. I got this idea from Linda at Handmade Iowa, so thank you, Linda. This is a fantastic idea for, you know, putting a little tag behind those windows like that, but not covering the entire back and trying to do one that's the whole size, if you see what I'm saying. It just gives you a little more play area. Okay, so it's going to basically go from here. I'm going to take it all the way over to here. I'm sure there's an easier way to do this, but you know, my brain right now is thinking this is the easy way. So if you know of lots easier ways, I'm sorry. I'm sure makes everybody crazy sometimes when I get doing these projects where I haven't got it all planned out yet. Because I do like to make it the most complicated thing possible. I think I'm actually going to turn it around because my tear is a lot cleaner over here and I don't have a whole lot of room. So I'm going to go with that. And then we're going to put this just barely past where that is, that bottom tear. And we're just going to mark right here. So how are you guys doing? I forgot to say that. I apologize. I just got blabbing right off the bat, so sorry about that. I hope you're all fantastic. We are just having crazy winter weather all of a sudden. It finally decided it's winter. So the wind's been whipping, it's been snowing, raining, everything you can possibly imagine. Freezing cold in the morning. It warms up to about, you know, almost 40. And then it starts all over again. So yeah, it's been a little nutty. I need to say hugs and blessings. So hugs and blessings to Mitzie, Linda, and Beverly. Thank you guys. Love you guys. Mitzie and Linda are also making journals using this digital kit. So if you want even more ideas, because this is a collaboration between Carol Laws and I. Love Carol. Love you, Carol. She's the sweetest person ever. Anyhow. Yeah, if you want even more ideas, Linda and Mitzie are both making journals, like I mentioned before, but if you're new, Linda is doing more of a 1920s version where she's kind of just using the backgrounds, and then she's using JoeyCardmaker's 1920s portraits to, you know, decorate with. So super fun. This is my Alaska wallpaper digital. I had some printed that I left borders on, which drives me crazy. So I try not to do that unless I really have to. So I did find that, but it's great for tearing up, obviously. So yeah, I think this will work well. We'll just glue that on the back to decorate it up a bit. It could still be written on and be just fine. So that's very handy. So yeah, super fun to have all kinds of people making journals, and I appreciate all of you so much, and I thank you for being willing to use my digitals and show them on your YouTube channel. It helps me tremendously, and I really appreciate all of you so much. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Could not do what I do without all of you, let me tell you. It's a pretty amazing thing, I have to say. Such great friends I have made making journals, and some have come and gone, and that is sad. Like, you know, I have friends like Allie, the Cockney Crafter, that used to do videos with, and Denise at Wonderbar Crafts. Same thing. I mean, they've just, you know, gotten on doing other things in their lives. Nothing bad. It's just, and we just don't keep in touch as much, you know. So, I mean, it's sad. It makes me sad. So, I hope all these lovely ladies keep on keeping on. But I get it, you know, if we all might have to move on at some point. Just depends on how long people want to do the junk journal thing, right? So anyway, or how long we want to too. That's another aspect of it. Which way do I think this goes? I think I'll have it go this. Well, oh no, I need it to go this way. I need that straighter side over on that side of the envelope. I forgot. So I heard somebody yelling, no, don't do it. And we'll put a thumb notch. Oh, I just thought, I hope that's not going to fall down into the window. Eek, everything's falling out because I just stuck stuff in here kind of where I thought I might want it. Oh my word. I need to put those away. Will they stop falling over on me? Oh good, it didn't. So I'm going to just have to do real thin beads of, I might have to cut this down a tiny bit. Oh, it should fit. I should be okay. I hope. All we can do is try. I just didn't want to like cover everything up that I already collaged, if you see what I'm saying. So, and then this on this side is just manila. I guess we could ink it a bit. Where's my big fatty brush? That brushes are great because you don't get the sponge circles, so that's nice. And this is just a makeup brush, and you can find those loads of places now. They are not hard to find. You can use the little, well, the sponges you're still going to get the circle. The brushes really are the best if you're going on to a card, a whole card, in my opinion. So I'm just going to try to keep this thin with my shaky hand. We'll see how it goes. Put some on these too. So yeah, I bet you guys are getting some kind of storm, because I think just about everybody is. I mean, other than, you know, there may be some states where that you don't get a lot of storms, that you're not getting storms. But I think even like Florida is getting hurricanes, which, or something like hurricanes, they were saying tornado-y type weather. And I always felt awful for people with that. That seems terrifying to me, but I've lived out west my whole life, so I'll take a snowstorm any day over a hurricane. Okay, so we're just gonna glue this in, obviously, right up to the edge of the page here, over here, because we want as much of that gentleman to show in the window as possible. Hopefully we won't like cut his ear off or something. So that could still be written on, I feel like. So I'm good with that. And then we need to make that tag thicker. Thicker. Because it's just printed on copy paper, which I very often do when I first print out a kit. And then think later, why didn't I print that on cardstock? Sometimes it's kind of like whatever's in the printer, you know what I'm saying? Is what gets used. I'm just gluing this onto a book page to thicken it up, a glue page. You could just back these. I mean, you don't have to do all this. I just like the feel of them when you put them on book page, so that's just my own preference. You could use brown paper bag, packaging paper. I don't know why I cut that so close. Yeah, there's loads of things you could do, so I need to see if I can fit it on here, because I like this graph paper I found. But yeah, just use what you like to use and do it the way you like to do it. It's the great part about junk journaling, right? There's no you have to do it this way thing. Do it your way. And as I always say, if they don't like it, they can go pound sand. That's the nicest way I can think of to say it sometimes. I really do love this kit, though. I just love all the neutrally colors, and of course I love the old photos and all of it. It's very me. And I'm glad you guys like it. Many of you have left very nice comments. So I thank you, thank you, thank you. I really, really do appreciate it. Welcome to new subscribers. I often forget to say that, but definitely welcome and thank you for popping over and joining my little crafty cat family. It's so fun to have new people always, and of course it's awesome, all of my subscribers that have been with me since the beginning, the OGs. You guys are awesome. I appreciate it. Everybody in between. Yeah, I really like that cream colored, what do you call it? Graph paper. You know, the what do you call it? I can't even say that. Oh, please don't be difficult. Please don't be difficult. I don't know where my... Oh, where? Linda cracked me up today. I was watching her and she was talking about her bone folder being filthy dirty. I think they're always filthy dirty. I do clean these off regularly, like with rubbing alcohol. And, oh, that's what I didn't want to do. And that's what they look like. It's like, my word, it's all the ink. That ink just gets on every last everything. The glue from your fingers and the ink from your fingers, and then everything's a smudgy, edgy, gross mess. I'm telling you. That does not want to glue down. I'm going to have to round my corners, I think. That is a trick that you can do when something doesn't want to fit or slide down. It's hard in long pockets to always get it to fit. And then if it's still a pain, we'll have to trim down the sides, which is also a possibility. I knew this was going to be tricky because this is kind of a big tag. Probably should have chosen just a long skinny one, but I wanted it to fit in the window, you know. Yeah, we're just going to have to take a little bit off of it. That's all she wrote. Let me grab my cutter. The trick now is to try to take off, if you can, sort of equal amounts from each side, just so that your little tops are not too crazy looking. So we're gonna say this was, I'm gonna go one tick down. And then we're gonna flip it around. I did lose some of my number, but them's the breaks, right? Okie dokie. I don't think I got that very even. We'll just cheat and say we did. These don't want to go in the same. Does that look the same? It looks the same, I think. Hopefully. All that inking I did for naught. Oh, and the bottom corners too, because otherwise they look real weird. See, stuff can always be fixed. And if it can't, just print out another one. Now it fits. Still want to get it close to that edge because I want to make sure it just is tight in there, like real tight. I want him to go down all the way so we can see his whole head. Poor gentleman. Ta-da! I think that's good. That's as good as it's gonna get anyway. All right, so that'll get stitched around, and I'll probably put some fabric or something at the top. Then we're gonna put this lady here as a pocket, and it's just gonna be a, you know, glue down the edge pocket, nothing super fancy. And this was for a challenge. Can't even remember what. I think it was it a color one? Must have been. White and tan, I think. You know, I always forget to do that you can push down on those or like rub a bone folder over those stitches after you stitch and they'll lay down more flat. I just always forget to do that. But I can see how that would be beneficial. I think I'm going to come over to one side a little more. I don't know why, just because I feel like it. And then I'm going to put this tag in here because it's just a little one from the kit. And I think that will be good. Oh my gosh, it's already been 25 minutes. I'm sorry, you guys. Man, some days the time just flies. I'm not going to do a lot of decorating to this simply because I want to get to the next thing that I want to do. I thought I had all kinds of things to fit in the pockets, or not fit in the pockets, but pieces of ephemera. And I realized that a lot of them are too wide. That is the tricky part about doing these type of journals, the long skinny journals, because I don't do them all the time. If I did them all the time, I'd be used to it. So, but anyways, it is a little bit tricky because ephemera quite frequently is wider than, especially like I have an envelope pocket and another thing. Oh, I know what it was. That piece, that's like the first piece I made for this. I don't know where I put it, but anyway, is too big. It was made out of a Walgreens pharmacy bag, and it's too big, so that was a bummer. But I'll just have to use it in something else. I'll just hang on to it. I love the look of these journals. Just they are tricky to, when you're used to doing the other orientation, to remember that things won't fit. And sometimes the long skinny is hard for me to like decorate because I feel like there's so much space. You know, you put a pocket down at the bottom of the page and it feels like it's just so far away or something. It doesn't take up much space. So yeah. So that's one of the things we're going to do is make a pocket, a long skinny pocket. Long skinny pocket. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do to that for now. Something obviously will go on the front of it. I don't know what. But anyways, it's going in there like so. Okay, I'm going to move this out of the way because I don't need it. I got a whole bunch of these, and by a whole bunch, I mean a giant stack of them. So I might put some in my shop. They're just time cards. So like I'll do a package of 6 or whatever. I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. But anyways, big long time cards. Super cool and perfect for one of these journals. I got these, I don't know, about a month ago, and I just keep forgetting that I have them. And I'm like, I need to use one of those. So we're going to use one. I'm going to cut some pockets into it. And then, you know, you could use it. What am I thinking? You can put tags in it and stuff like that. Sorry. So I'm just going to use the lines that are already provided on this. And we're going to cover a lot of it too. So I don't think, well, it's so ugly though. I mean, they kind of are, but they kind of look neat and stuff. So see, you'll have a pocket. You can slip a long tag into that, and then we'll do another one. And you know, you get it, I'm sure. So we could do just these lines that are already like here. Well, obviously, but they're kind, you know, evenly spaced is what I'm trying to say. If I could just spit it out. Okay, and then the last one I think will be this one. So there will be 3 slots to put 3 tags in. So that'll just be something kind of fun. And then to make that more apparent, I'm going to put a hole on either side. It just makes them easier to see, and I like the look. It looks more finished, and I just have this itty bitty. Actually, you know what? I think that one's too itty bitty. I think I want to use, I mean, it would work. And I don't know what the exact sizes of these are because they never say. But that one's, I don't know. Is this as dark as it seems? I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, wow. Might be nice to be able to see. It's so dark in here today. It's crazy. I have my light on and everything. You wouldn't know it. So you just punch a hole at each end, and it kind of gives you that finished off look, like those were always there, or it was meant to be that way. The tricky part is to try to sort of make them look even with each other. I'm sorry that was so dark all that time. I'm telling you, this videoing thing, I really try to give people grace because, you know, it's not easy coming up with the ideas and stuff for what to make every day. And then constantly having to think about all of that. And I just didn't realize because I didn't look at my camera. I was looking down here. Yeah, so anyways, I apologize. And then I'm going to ink this. And I'm not going to cover the whole thing because you know me, I just don't do that. But we will cover up some of it and try to make it look interesting to go in the journal. Yeah, I got a whole stack of these and a whole stack of coin envelopes. Those would be kind of cool. You could attach one to this. I might have to pause and go grab those real quick. Yeah, I'm going to pause for just a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. I don't know what I did with the coin envelopes. I'm thinking they might be too long anyway, but I found these little just envelopes, little card envelopes. And I think I might attach one to each side, and then it flips open like that. And we can put the little cards inside. These are little cards that go in the envelopes. And I think I just got these at Joann's, but I think you can get them at Michael's. They're just little cards with little envelopes. So we're probably not going to get this entire thing done, I'm going to tell you right now today. But we'll just put it together at least. We may not get it all decorated. So I'm going to put these on here like this because of that. See, when you open it, you're going to see the white. So what I think I will do first is cover the back of this. It'll help strengthen it a tiny bit too. I mean, I'm not going to glue the whole back because otherwise why slit the slits, right? But we're just going to take, oh, those aren't big enough, a piece of paper and put it on the back. Just as a backing piece, you know. So we'll go like this. We'll just glue it like it's getting glued onto the page. Then we'll put the envelopes behind that, the flaps. Then you won't see those envelope flaps. I hope you see. I hope I'm making just a little bit of sense. Okay, so I'm going to just get some glue on this. And I'm going to be pretty liberal about it just because I want that strengthening. We're only going to put kind of smallish, skinny tags in here. So I'm not that worried about. I'm just having a thought. I wonder if I should put glue so that the bottom, it only goes in so far, especially on the first 2 pockets. So that would mean I would put a little bead of glue right here. I am going to do that, obviously. And then Oh, that'll be for the top pocket. Then for this pocket, it's going to go right here. For the next pocket, it'll go right here, and then that bottom one will sit down there. Now you can do it how you want. If you want your, like if you want to put super long tags in there, I just don't, because I'm going to use tags from the kit, and I don't want, they're not great big long tags. So by putting glue at those spots, like along here and along here and along here, I'm stopping how far in the tag will go. But if you want it to go from this pocket all the way down, then just don't put the glue in the middle. Just put it here, here, and here. Okay. All right, and then I'm just going to cut right up next to it, and I know it seems ridiculous because you're not seeing a whole lot of that, but especially since I decided I wanted to stop the pockets from being super deep, I think backing it is the way to go. But you can do it. You don't have to back it. You could just glue it right onto your page if you don't want to deal with all this. But I'm also not going to have to worry about the flaps of the envelopes catching on my tags. So that's kind of nice too. You could put all kinds of ephemera in these, I feel like, and that would be fun. So yeah, I'll try to get some packs of these put together. And you know, that way if you don't want to, I just got them on Amazon. You can get them on Amazon if that's what you want to do. But if you don't want like 100 of them or whatever, I think the pack is, it's either 100 or 200. Yeah, I'll do that so that you can just buy, you know, half a dozen or whatever. And these are just going to go like this and then flip out. I'm going to go ahead and ink them. I'll probably end up covering them with paper too, so I'm not going to stress a whole ton about that. Oh, I was going to fold down a piece of that coffee paper at the top. I forgot, so I might put a little strip of something. You could coffee dye these too, but because I'm doing this right now, I'm not going to take the time to do that. But you definitely could. Really, you just want to make sure you get the edges, especially if you don't put the backing on. The card here. I don't know if that's exactly where I was going to put it, but that's where it's going. The other thing is, like I was just trying to line this up with this line and it doesn't line up perfectly, is envelopes are not always the same size, so don't beat yourself up if you can't get it right on the line. They seem like they should be square, but in reality they really aren't. It's like everything. You know, when you're a kid, you think adults know how to build everything and do everything, and everything ends up straight and good, and the reality is so not that way. Oh, something I did just, oh no, I won't have to worry about that. Never mind. I was like, did I just glue those holes, you know? But no, because the paper's back there. Duh. That's why we put the paper back there, Amy. Okay, so now there's just little flippies. I've got pockets that I can put some tags in. Where did I put my tags? I shrunk down. This is from the Grungy Wallpaper Add On kit, has the plain ones. And then the Grungy Wallpaper kit itself has ones with pictures on them. So I just shrunk them, you know, printed to their page. And then that way they'll tuck in there nicely to all different sizes and it just kind of looks cool. And then these I'll just put inside those envelopes decorated somehow. And I'll show you in just a second how I would use it on a page, which I'm sure you can figure out, but I think I might just glue down the entire back. See, these can go in here, and then they'll stop. So you can use a little tag like that. You don't have to worry about it going all the way down to the bottom, and then you can't get it out. I've done that, so just saying. It might be a good idea to put the little glue stoppers there. Oh, my son was late for school today. Like over an hour. I was so mad at him. The alarm clock didn't go off. I know he's an adult, and it's not my problem, but just some days I'm like, dude, he's not good at time management. He never has been. And by time management, I mean getting ready and getting out the door. That's never been something he's good at. So he stresses me out a little bit because I'm the opposite. I'm one of those people that's always early, always, you know, very just, that stresses me out to be late. So I try not to ever be late. But anyway, it all turned out fine. And he got the assignment because it's like a 3-hour class. So he just showed up late. I'm like, oh, dude, that's so embarrassing. But that's the difference between us. His outlook is much more laid back than mine. Yeah, this is going to be fun. I like this idea. Okay. So then these will go in here and they'll be decorated somehow. Sorry, I thought of that because he just texted me is why I said that. If you're wondering where out of the blue I pulled that from. So those will go in there like that. And then we will decorate that up a little bit. And I may do that on my own. But anyways, it will go in a journal. Because at least you have the idea and you can do it how you want to do it. For example, we could put it on this page. See, these are perfect for this. And then you could even have for these tall, skinny. So if you have any kind of tall, skinny receipts or, I mean, guest checks would work. They're just not quite as tall. I don't know, any time card, any whatever. If you have a digital that has that stuff too. Sorry, I didn't have all these cut out. I just didn't get that far. And then this could go, so for example, I would probably leave this open. So we'll want to put a thumb notch up there, but so that could tuck in there. But I don't think I'll leave it open at the back. I thought about doing that, but I think I will glue it all down. I just think it'll be better off that way. But I am going to put a thumb notch right there. I need to tuck it in a little more and it won't. I'm like, I'm cutting air. I can't even reach the... There we go. I didn't get much, but I got enough. Enough to make you see it is a thumb notch. So that will go in there. Like that. And then, so that'll affect where you want to glue it on the page. So I wanted to make sure I figured that out. Yeah, I like it, I like it. And then, like I said, I'll decorate it up. So I hope that these couple of ideas gave you ideas. And you don't have to do the exact same thing. You could use it in your own way, because I didn't like do my pocket the exact way that Linda did it. I did a little different, but we all do, you know, we all do what we do. So, yeah, just a couple of fun little things, and then you can still write all on that. This will go on this page. I will decorate it up, but I've sucked up enough of your time today. So anyways, I hope you guys like that, and we will continue on with this as the days progress. Of course, tomorrow is going to be the color combo. So that's what I'll be doing there. It may be something that I could use in this journal, as I think what I am going to do will. But anyways, I did find a few pieces that I had that'll fit, but I had some that were just way too big, way too wide, and I always forget about that. Like, I would like to use this little pocket, but it's too wide too. So I probably won't use that one. I'll probably figure out something else. I mean, I could make something like it. I had this one and one like it, and these we made for a color combo, so you could write in that one. And then the other one I'll put down here. This is JoeyCardmaker's. And have them both on one page. Just, that's kind of cool, different. So yeah, just stuff like that. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it, and we will chat again soon. Love ya. Bye.